On your bye week, look, you faced 2 top 10 teams and came up short, but you're also won 3 other games. So I know last week probably didn't feel very good, but are you still relatively confident in this defense moving forward with 7 conference games left? You already have a conference win. Are you still pretty confident with a lot of football left ahead of you guys?
Yeah, no doubt about that. Like, I feel like one loss doesn't define who we are, as a defense. Obviously, we didn't play, to our potential. Didn't make plays when it counted. But, like I said, it doesn't define us, and I think with all that much football, being left, we're going to bounce back, and find our identity.
You were able to bounce back when you played Oregon after the Oregon game, and it was a tight game, but you were able to bounce back and win. So is this bye week coming at a good time, or would you almost rather be playing a game to get that taste out of your mouth from last week at Michigan State, or is this bye week coming at a good time?
I definitely mixed feelings, you definitely want to get that taste kind of out of your mouth, you have 2 weeks now with having to think about this loss, but at the same time, it's good timing because we do have some players who are banged up. It helps us, come together as a group, regroup, and put some new things in and stuff. So I think, overall, I think it comes at a good time, and this bye week.
Right, Mark. I know one thing Coach Bull has always emphasized: you guys want to be physical and hard-nosed, and I think you guys have made certainly some strides. And not to say the other teams you played weren't physical, but Michigan State plays a lot like what Coach Bull and you guys would like to get to. And I know this is your last year, but I know you heard the talk about being physical, but to go up against that last week, did that really hit home even harder? And again, I don't want to say that Oregon wasn't physical or anyone else, but facing that type of game and that type of team, did that point really hit home to you guys more last week?
Yeah, definitely. So far, definitely the most physical team we faced, and I don't think I wouldn't say we weren't prepared for it. We knew what was coming, But at the same time, it was definitely something you had to get used to, throughout the game, and obviously it took us a while. So, and, they took advantage of that.
Would you say, I know, you guys have done a good job of creating some fumbles. I know no interceptions for the defense yet. Not a ton of sacks. I mean, I guess if there were a couple areas you'd really like to see this defense get better at, and I know you're not going to snap your fingers and it's just going to come magically happen, but what are some of the biggest areas you would like to see this defense improve on over this bye week and then going into these last 7 games?
I'm just, making plays when the opportunity presents itself. We had drop picks, and stuff like not going for the ball, not going for the strip, stuff like that. Like you said, just causing turnovers.
All right. When we talked about that physical, you guys saw that's where you guys want to get to. But it's not like you can snap your fingers again and just say, hey, we're going to be physical when we play Hawaii next time or whatever. So what kind of steps can you guys make in the short term to keep making those steps to becoming more physical? Is it just a daily process, grind type of thing? Or what can you do to kind of continue to make those steps, I guess?
Yeah, just getting that, the mentality right, getting that mindset, bringing across to the whole team, how important it really is, we're going to meet as a defense too, and, just address those points and put an emphasis on it, and then that's really all you can do, and then go day by day from there on.
I don't know in the time, if you watch a lot of other Mountain West football, but I mean, you guys have beaten Air Force. Air Force beats Boise, considered one of the better teams. Utah State's having some issues. Fresno was this league's champion, and they've been having some issues. I mean, do you feel like anything's up for grabs in these last 7 games, or do you really pay a whole lot of attention to what's going on around the league and just worried about what you guys are doing?
To be honest, I don't really pay too much attention. I just take one game at a time. But I heard about Air Force beating Boise, so I think the league is pretty much open. Everything is possible. There's not one team that is unbeatable. So just gotta play we know how to, and everything's possible.